OBS. It's not even like, it's not like bad because some games will just like routinely just refuse OBS entirely. But like the messenger is just like, nah, I don't want to work this time, and then there, see, it worked perfect this time. I don't know why that is. I'm just like, yeah. I'm just like, why did it work this time but not last time? I think it has something to do maybe with its like opening, like loading sequence. So the plan is tonight we're gonna get messenger in. I don't have a lot left for like at least like seemingly what I have to do in the game, so shouldn't be too bad on that front, I guess. And then like I said, Scourgebringer, we're gonna get some Scourgebringer. Hey Tomran, hey just like hands, there we go. Hey Scourgebringer going under is a maybe, and then Monster Train and maybe Slay the Spire. I have to see how Monster Train goes. Monster Train's also been kind of like sitting there, and it's being like a big butt because I'm down to 3 like factions left to get clears for, and every single one of them have been like really like tough. So I might even like lower the like difficulty of the Covenant on those. I felt like Covenant 5 was kind of nice. Exactly, I'm gonna be bringing some Scourge tonight. I hope everybody's eager for some Scourge. Oh gosh, I have something to show everybody. So last night, at the very end of the stream, I figure I'll show it off now just because like I feel like if I leave it to the end of the stream, a lot of people might miss out on it. And just as a preview for things to come, I sat down because at the end of last night's stream, we've been like toying around with the idea of like a news stream. So that's been a thing. Here, let me just like load it in. News stream happening, and so I sat down last night after the end of last night's stream because it seemed like the most like the closest to that idea being a thing. So I was like, you know what, people want this. I'm gonna see what I can do with it, and maybe it'll be a segment for the stream. We'll see what's what, but. Yeah, we got a news mode now. Yeah, check it out. I'm not dressed appropriately for this, but yeah, probably at some point during the stream, I'll sit down and we'll just like watch some like game trailers and game news stuff and just talk about things. So, game news. That's a thing we can do here now, maybe. Yeah, because people have been really keen on it whenever I sat down and we just did like game news stuff. Yeah, so that's a thing. So yeah, I don't know what else we'll do with this as far as things go, but yeah, we'll play it by ear. We'll figure it out. So, anyways, yeah. Hey, Royalty Fish. Hey, the game news layover is so cute. Aw, thank you. Yeah. Ah, gotcha. I just realized my chat layer. I didn't have any chat boxes working with last night, so we're gonna move you like maybe over here. Trying to think where the best place where this would fit. Probably like right here. Yeah. Holy shit, why did I have to miss the news thing? Yeah, it was at the very end of the stream last night, so put that on the top layer. Maybe. I don't know how to fit the chat news into this. We'll put it maybe like up in the corner. I don't know. I'm like, where does this belong? I don't know. Put it up here for now. I'm like trying to figure out where best to put this. This was an active element I was working with last night, so I mostly just did the layout. Yeah. So we'll put it up there for now. Code channel, news channel, obviously. Yes. Hey Naries, how you doing? So good job. You're the cutest. Aw, thank you, Fish. Oh my goodness. Also, yeah, welcome to the chat. Hey Evie. News looks up. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Someone I knew hated doesn't work for Gamatsu anymore. Oh, gotcha. I have no idea. Gamatsu is kind of, yeah, it's Code Channel News Channel. Gamatsu's kind of been my go-to for a little bit. It used to be Silicon Era, but Silicon Era kind of is like fallen into a weird spot where they're kind of, they tend to pick up the really obscure news stories, but like I used to be really tight with Silicon Era, and it was a different time. It was like early 2010s, and it was like I was really active there, and so I knew a lot of people, but a lot of people have left Silicon Era since then. Really obscure news stories can be good. That's true. I might still jump by Silicon Era, but I know Silicon Era has been branching more into like broad like news spectrum. So anyways, yeah. So usually Gamatsu kind of covers the type of news I look for. So yeah. But can't wait for next Genesis. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm hoping to have like something that can run it. Hopefully. Anyways, the news channel, that's a thing that we might do. Also, yeah, who was it at Gamatsu that was like, just knew a former writer for Gamatsu who hasn't done anything in well over a year. Oh, gotcha. They were a chud. Okay, gotcha. So they suck. I mean, like, I'm not gonna measure somebody by their like productivity, but I mean, I assume it's for other reasons than the fact that they didn't just do anything for over a year. There we go. But anyway, so yeah, news channel. That might be a thing we do. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah. We're gonna be running the Messenger tonight. And we're gonna get back to Dark Souls and probably Monster Hunter maybe Monday or Tuesday night. I assume probably Monday night though. Anyway, so let's dig into the Messenger. Get my music turned off here. Get the music turned on for the Messenger. And yeah, we have some coins to collect. I believe we left off in Hell. And yeah, we'll get some of this done. I know I'm starting really late tonight, but you know, you can blame that on the time change. Y'all can give me a heads up how the volume is. It might be a little bit loud, because if my memory's correct, the Messenger's quite loud. Yeah. That was as close as it could possibly be. Did you get the DLC? Yes, I think it's actually packed in, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Oh my god, we're missing 33 seals. Holy shit. It must just be like 12 in this area that I'm missing or something. Okay, we got 3 coins we're missing. Yeah, it looks like just the 3 coins. But yeah, Messenger's been a little bit long in the tooth, but I'm sure we'll like get there. Okay, that was with the lava run to go down that way for the music note. That was a little close, yeah. But anyway, so pardon me, sorry. But no. I wonder if I can just like run on. Nah, it's not gonna work. Whoa, jeez. Okay, I thought that was gonna keep going and just crush me. I'm like, no. But anyway, so how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's like well. Yeah. I'm at the end of Final Fantasy Maxima. Now stream homework. I getcha. You get stream homework too. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Okay, looks like our next little thing is at the bottom of this area. I see. Touch the ground. Oh, what? No, no. Goodbye. This is where I live now. Oh. I waited for so long for it to move. There we go. Okay, so we go down this way, and I guess we're just gonna dive bomb into the lava. Time for a great night. Code streamer on laptop, Xenoblade 1 on TV, chilling with one headphone on, one off. Getcha. That's how I do it too. I do it that way because it prevents me from getting too loud on stream. You can cycle your headphone, like depending on what ports you're using and how your headphones are set up. You can sometimes run them in through, so you can get like it'll. Do I have to touch the ground here? Oh my god, piss off, game. Are you fucking serious? Oh, that is such garbage. I'm like waiting for it to fucking move, and it's like, come on. Okay. Do I wait for it or do I touch the ground? Like, what is it asking of me here? Am I just too eager? Am I just jumping the gun on this? I don't think you have to touch the ground. I think I do. There's like an invisible trigger to make this happen. I can tell. It's right there. It is right there. Okay, it's right on the edge. Okay, I don't know exactly what they're asking me to do here, but yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like invisible trigger. Hey Paper, how you doing? That's super mean. I don't like that. It's a bad way to do that. There we go. So it looks so heckin' cool. The messenger is really fun. Like, I will say, like, the thing is I do have complaints about this game. But like, overall, like, I have had a good time with it. It's just, like, my big problem with it is it does ask a lot in the backtracking. There's more down there. I just realized. Because there's a coin directly under this room. So where's the X? That's sneaky. Yeah. Complaints, yes. There we go. It's definitely so the old new Super Nintendo Metroidvania style. My big complaint with this game. Okay. So this is something that hasn't come up in a lot of games before, but it made me realize something that I never really took into account when it comes to like Metroidvanias. Is how densely packed a room is really affects the pacing. And the rooms in this game are really packed, like they're really dense, which makes it very hard for like backtracking and walking around and figuring out where you need to go or what you need to do. Which is very like, that's like a weird thing, and I suspect it's because the game, of course, is kind of a mixed experience of being like half Metroidvania and half like traditional platformer. But it makes me realize why, when you play something like Symphony of the Night, why there's just so many big empty rooms that just have like a monster in it, because that keeps up the pacing. Whereas Castlevania tends to have rooms with very minimal challenges because they expect you to revisit rooms constantly. Exactly. And this game really hits home why they do that in Castlevania games, because it's like a lot to backtrack around in this game. That said, like, everything that isn't backtracking is really good. Everything else is like pretty good. It's really enjoyable. I don't think the challenge level has been like super immense or anything. It's honestly kind of a surprisingly nicely paced, like kind of middle of the road, like platformer, I guess, in that end of things. Like a lot of these games that are like this tend to get really fucking hard, whereas this one is kind of keeping its challenge level to kind of a medium state, which is kind of unusual and kind of nice to see. Whoops. Kind of nice to see, actually. So it's one of those things, like, I could see recommending this game to people that are like, want to get into like the heavier elements of like platformers where, you're dealing with like more advanced challenges, I guess. In my opinion, even Dark Souls goes pretty sparse with individual rooms, corridors, unless it's expecting. And that's the thing. Dark Souls is a 3D Castlevania game when it comes down to it. I know it really is the name of its own genre at this point. But that's the thing with Dark Souls, is it's essentially a Castlevania game. That's part, and that's part of why what pulled me into Dark Souls to begin with, because many y'all know that I'm not really like, whoop, okay, those don't pull. Oh, that was a close one. So Zelda plus Castlevania 3D, yeah, kind of along those lines. I don't remember the backtracking being too bad. It was kind of fun to revisit all the old levels with the new stuff you have. The thing, here's the other element of it. They don't give you a lot of stuff in this. When you finish the game, you have 5 of your abilities already. Like, you have 5 of your abilities already. There's only one that's not even classified as an ability that is a factor. This one here, Lightfoot. Which, to me, like, this feels super unorganized, the fact that this is considered an item and not an ability, because all the abilities should be tied to, like, button inputs, in my eyes. Anyways, doesn't matter. But I just find the backtracking is a little bit too high, especially, what was that? No. Especially in instances where you have to go to an area and you don't know if you need to be in the past or the future. That happens fairly often in this, I find. Okay, it's on the right side. I find that it happens fairly often, which, how do I get in there? Okay, it looks like maybe we wrap around to get to it. Nope. Yeah. It's weird because, I tend to use streams as background noise, so I look at the room and figure they'd be a one and done thing. Yeah, and that's the thing, is they're built like kind of with that mindset, I think. Which really, like, I don't think they were expecting so much backtracking or something with this game. It's a weird thing. Are those gonna come back? Okay, I guess the answer is no. Do they not refresh? Okay, I guess the answer is also no. Wow, that kind of sucks. That's like, this is like the type of stuff that makes sense, like, because they approach, the game is really built around the idea that you're going through an area like once. So it looks like we might have to go all the way down here. Go into the room. This is like the kind of stuff, this is right here is like the perfect example of where I feel like the messenger is like kind of weaker, because they really do expect you to kind of just make a single pass through most rooms. There we go. But yeah. But anyways, it's been a little while in Aries. How's things been? Yeah, what are you up to? There we go. Yeah, fair criticism. I feel like games like Super Metroid make you retread just as much through hard rooms. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like even Metroid like follows kind of a very Castlevania-esque element where like there's a lot of rooms in Metroid that are fairly empty. And it's also, I think, why you get a lot of just like corridors in Metroid. Let's not get crushed. Okay, so it's at the bottom of this one. But that said, like overall, I've been enjoying the messenger, but it's just like I did have a hot minute where I was like, this game might be too slow to stream. There we go. Okay, so we have a second locked block here. It very clearly like shifts. As far as how to open that, I got no idea. See, this is a perfect example because I'm gonna have to retrack my whole way back here at some point. So Super Metroid's extremely good. I really like Super Metroid. I think my favorite in the series for like Metroid games though is still Zero Mission. I think Zero Mission's just like amazingly polished. It's kind of like why the tree in Dark Souls 1 would be great in Dark Souls 2 or Demon Souls. Yeah, I can see that. I have no idea on this one. Yeah, oh god, Zero Mission is how you do a remake right. Oh, 200%. Zero Mission is a stunning game. So what if I go down this way? Oh, I bet we go under. Somehow. Oh yeah, there we go. This is such a fucking. See, this is the. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Hollow Knight's really, really fucking good too. Like another example of basically perfection in my eyes. There's very little I have to complain like that I could complain about Hollow Knight. Okay, so that takes us up. So if we go up here, that opens, of course. Oh, piss off, game. These one-way doors. Okay. Shadow Complex was cool too, but it's just not like the best one. Shadow Complex is pretty a-okay. I find you get very, very strong very quickly in that game, but it's kind of it's like very much built around like the idea that you're going to probably beat it like within like 2 to 5 hours maybe. It's like, and that's like probably a first pass. Like it's pretty fast. Kind of sad that the good Metroid 2 remake is fan made. I played that on stream. It was excellent. I really fucking like that remake. Probably my favorite Metroid game. That's fair. No, it's probably my favorite Metroid game. But like, Karin is as a Metroidvania interesting. Is super fast, interesting. I'll have to check it out sometime. I don't know, I don't 100% know if it's for me, but it does look, after I found out it was a Metroidvania versus just like kind of, because it initially looks like just kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, but just like, it just looks like kind of a standard platformer. Yeah. It's not a horror game at all. Oh yeah. The official is L Trash. Oh, gotcha. You didn't like the 3DS Metroidvania or Metroid 2 remake? Gotcha. I haven't played it, so I don't have a whole lot to say on that one. I will say the fan remake though of it. Well, there's something up here. Oh, I've been in here before. It's a fucking crystal. I'm gonna hit it anyways, even though I definitely don't need it. Just because I'm like, fuck that crystal. Yeah. Comparing the Messenger to Hollow Knight, I can see how Hollow Knight does rooms far better. Although I don't know how much the old games they base the Messenger on would be to blame for that. I think honestly the Messenger's a little bit of an oddity in its own right, because it really, I do feel like it's a little bit of a case of like developer like focus being kind of a little all over the place. I think there is like, I think when they were making this, okay, this is my like fan theory on this. I think when they were making this game, I suspect that they want to make a cool Metroidvania. They had an idea. They're like, we're gonna make a 2D game, a 2D platformer. It's gonna come across this way, and then it's gonna open up into a 2D Metroid game, which is what it does. But I really don't think they were planning around the idea of how important it is to have your rooms be like, you have to pace your rooms against the whole map, not against like individual like experiences, I guess, if that makes sense. And I think they might have realized it in the later half of this game, but in the earlier half I don't think they realized that, and I think it was too late in the development for them to do much on that front. Because I will say, it's not the amount of enemies that are in a room in this game. It is just the fact that every single room feels like a standalone challenge that you have to face. Like, if you were to compare it to like Castlevania or Metroid, you get a room that's paced like this room that I was just in, like once every 5 rooms. In this game, it's every room is paced like this room, and it's like, ah. Map really isn't tuned for both linear and freeform. Exactly, and I think it was something that like probably as a developer they probably got far enough into it maybe to realize, but probably too far into it to really do anything with that. I'm curious what the developer's next game is going to be like, because I know that they are going very like Chrono Trigger inspired with it. So kind of an interesting idea. They definitely love old school games, and I think they were trying to do something cool. They had a really cool idea, but it was just like kind of as the idea formed and got played out, and they worked on it and made it, you know, brought it to life. I think they realized why there isn't a lot of games that are like paced or structured like this. So I think it's just one of those cases. Axiom Verge has aspects of exploration that Super Metroid. Axiom Verge is excellent. That game caught me completely off guard. I am blown away by the fact that Axiom Verge is somehow it is shocking how like scaled up as a Metroid game it is, but how much it feels right. But also the thing about Axiom Verge, which is really interesting, is how much that there's like extra in that game. There really is only like I think 5 core items you really need, but the game is so packed with just things to find that it feels extra full. A good Metroidvania game I wasn't expecting was, you know what? Okay, so I coincidentally just played ZX. I just played ZX in January. ZX, I can't talk about ZX I haven't played it in full. I am actually going to be playing it in probably the next month or two. Just have to feel it out, because I finished ZX. I'm like, I'm a little burned out on this. I need a little break from this particular. I need a break from this. ZX is, I think, like a really good game at its core, but it makes such bad missteps in very like in a very particular way. The big one that I think everybody probably is aware of is the map is like awful in that game. There's points in the map where like it's telling you to go to the left on the map, but you're actually meant to go to the right because the areas are like structured in a very specific fashion. But it also, like pacing wise, hits you at two like kind of weird spots in it, where like early on it sends you to the city. It makes you find like 4 guys. That is like a terrible fucking mission to throw at you at the beginning. It's slow. It makes the whole city section, like the city section is already confusing because everything is so samey, and it's just like it's really rough, and it really kills the initial pacing, because the initial pacing is really good. It's like, oh shit, like things are happening right away. We're right into it. We're fucking henshin a go baby, and everything's like great as far as I go. Totally, the game has problems, but it was a good starting point. It could have been, yes, exactly. And that's the thing. There's good ideas in there. There's really good ideas in ZX. But it's like kind of held by a bad map. And also it kind of has a little bit of the same thing with the Messenger, where the areas are very like, they are denser than like your typical Metroid or Castlevania game, but they're not as dense as what this is, because this is dense because of its platforming. ZX is dense because of really its enemy layouts, I guess. But I would not consider it as much of a problem in ZX, more just it's like almost there. But ZX is like, you'll sometimes circle like an area 2 or 3 times because it's just like the map is so convoluted. But like everything else about ZX is really good. The boss fights are really cool. The weak point on the bosses and beating bosses at like level 1 through 4, that's a really cool idea. Having kind of like semi RPG elements of like collecting things around the map and doing quests and things, even though the quests are really fucking boring in ZX. Like, this is a good idea. Oh, you know what other Metroid? Control. Is that Metroidvania? I didn't know that. Don't show me a flawless 5-star meal from a chef's school, fans, and then say the best restaurant chef in the universe is doing the same, and you charcoal Nintendo. You don't show me a flawless 5-star meal from a chef. For the Metroid 2 remake, the fan remake for that. I highly recommend, if you can find it, download it. It is a stunning remake. It's very, very good. In fact, actually, I think my most watched video online is actually a tutorial how to do the like super jump thing. There's one spot where you have to do I forget what it's called, the super dash into a jump into a dash through a door. It's really weird, but but like seriously, Metroid 2 remake, the fan one, super good. Highly recommend downloading it. Excellent. Advent, from what I've played of Advent, does fix a lot of the problems with ZX. The map is so much better, so much easier to navigate, and yeah, and the human form being a little bit, yeah, I know, right? Because the human form in ZX is very like, yes, humans, their one ability, crawling in the dirt. That's the thing they're known for. I really love ZX, despite the issues. Part of it probably comes from playing it again and again when I was younger. That's fair. That's the thing. I just thought the plot was better in ZX1. That's fair. As far as I got into ZX Advent, sorry, I'm like talking to like silence here. As far as I got into ZX Advent, the plot seemed a little bit more like secondary. It's definitely much more forward in ZX, and it's definitely much more tied to the original Zero series in ZX, and I like it. I thought it was really good. I think the whole notion of like what are they called, biometals, I think that's a really cool idea. I do think that there is a weird kind of nuance, because by this point in the fucking world, it's like, I'm like, yes, humans getting to use biometals. This makes sense. This is like a cool idea, and you get the whole like, you know, henshin to go baby like transformation sequence. Like, that's like cool. That's a cool idea. But then like the more I thought on it, the more I'm like, really at this point in the Mega Man universe, like it's really hard to tell the difference between a Reploid and a human. Like there's like no difference. So it's basically just Reploids transforming into other Reploids, fundamentally, I guess. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of a weird notion to wrap one's head around, I guess. Yeah. A Fusion remake would be good. Fusion's really good. Fusion's, I don't know what I'd do with a remake in Fusion. Fusion's already really polished. It's pretty solid. There's a few like weird like moments in Fusion, but Fusion's good. I gotta get moving here. Where the hell am I? How do we go down from here? The map is showing down. Is there a way to go down? Because it sure doesn't seem like it. Map. Am I going crazy, or am I just not seeing what I need to be seeing here? Okay, I guess we go back. Probably a minority here that liked Other M. Gotcha. I actually didn't play Other M. I have watched enough of Other M to, like, I don't think, like, mechanically, I don't think most people, like, Other M, I don't think, like, is hated because of its mechanics as much as it is just that people don't like it because of its, like, tone, I guess. I mean, gameplay was okay, but the story was bad. It puts you out of it. Yeah, the notion, like, I've watched the heated or the like lava area done where Samus is like asking permission to like do thing, and it's like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. Samus would not, like, should never have to ask permission to use her fucking suit, like. But it is one of those things that, yeah. Other story is the issue. Team Ninja tends to be really smooth and polished gameplay. Yeah, like when I saw like the actual gameplay sections of it, I'm like, hey, this looks really good. And then like when I actually saw like the story sections, it's like, oh, that's no good at all. No. But you know, it's one of those things that it's like if you're just looking at like the core game mechanically, I can see probably, you know, really liking it. Yeah. And I understand that the story is supposed to take place at the when she's like young and everything's like you know, she's like green. I get that, but it's still like, it does feel strangely out of character. And there's like moments where she's like having flashbacks. I get it, like the notion that maybe, oh my god, this isn't even a warp room. I had to go all the way back. It's sort of a, let me see. Samus is a stone cold bounty hunter. Puts her in any of the situation feels bad. Plot is off. The gameplay was similar to almost every way to Fusion, with some changes being 3D. And see, the actual like mechanical end of it looked really cool. So, you know, maybe someday I'll like actually sit down and play it. But it's one of those things that's like, the actual like story stuff I've seen was pretty unappealing right out of the gate. Like, I can kind of understand what they're going for maybe, but it was definitely like kind of a misstep, I think. Other M takes place between Super and Fusion. And see, that's the thing, like, if it takes place between Super and Fusion, like, she's experienced enough at that point, probably not to be considered like green, if you know what I mean. Like, if it was the first game in the series, it might have maybe might more sense. Because I know like at one point she's like having like PTSD like flashbacks about like Ridley, and it's like I'm literally like sitting there with my arms crossed, frowning at this. You know, just one sec. I'm sitting there with my arms. I can't cross my arms. Sitting there with my arms crossed, frowning at this because I'm like, I was there. She fucking shot his head off. Like, she was not like this. Like, come on. Like the plot was meh, but I did like seeing Adam. Adam is like a interesting like carryover, and I think that is an interesting notion. Cause like, yeah, it definitely plays a role in Fusion, and you know, Fusion. Here's the thing. Without like getting too much into Fusion, Fusion's like probably the best like Metroidvania for capturing the feel of like a horror story, which is like kind of a cool element, because like, not that the Metroidvania or Metroid games are particularly like spooky, but like that one probably does the best job making you feel like under pressure and just like uneasy about everything that's going on. So like, you know, I could see them doing really good with like a Metroid. Okay, you still need 9 power seals. Okay, so I have most of the power seals. I was about to say, because I was like, 36 power seals. I have a lot of power seals left to get. Okay, so there's not that many left. Metroid is about loneliness. Yes, I would agree with that. Yeah. Okay, so we have to look at our map here, wherever it is. I know I'm missing a single coin at the very beginning of the game. Oh my god, map. What are the buttons? Oh my god, help. Okay. Okay, B. Of course, this is an Xbox B, not a Nintendo B. Oh my god, B. Okay, A. There we go. Okay, we're missing one here. We've got everything done in this area. We're missing one in the temple, but we need the last Phobican or whatever for it. We got that done. We got all of this done. We got this all done. We got all this done. We got everything here done. Hell looks complete. That's all done. There's definitely something we have to do there story-wise, but I don't remember what it is. Dragon. Right. We have to go check on the dragon. Okay, so we have to go to the Cloud Castle, Cloud Ruins. So, my favorite Metroid is between Prime 1 and Super Metroid. They're both fantastic games. Had similarities. You know, even though I'm not crazy about first-person shooters, and to me, like, Metroid Prime kind of somehow, like, kind of steps around that a little bit. I do think Metroid Prime 1 is really good. I think 3 had some interesting, like, plot decisions, which I think were really cool. Had some really cool, like, plot elements in there that, like, were interesting. I don't know if I was in love with, like, the, like, other direction like other elements of Prime. I do kind of grasp the idea of like making a bunch of like smaller maps across multiple planets being really cool. Metroid Prime 2 is floppable. I'm gonna just take you and just like pull you across the bar counter here. 2 is one of the worst games I've ever played. I hate fucking Metroid Prime 2. I'm just like, this game. I've never had a game that's made me so just like tense and grit it up. Here's the thing about 2. Everything fucking hurts you in 2. Like, here's the thing. Like, other M, this is my big like fucking Metroid Prime take. Every other Metroid game, like other M is bad because it takes like the power from Samus. Essentially, it removes her control over things, makes, you know, plot wise, you know, that sort of thing. Other like Metroid Prime 2 does that to you in a very like physical way, and oh god, does it not make, like, it just makes me like, I've never like have the fucking cool power suit on, you know, you're fucking Samus on a planet ready to like go and fucking tear it up, and then you fucking step in a puddle and it burns like hell, and it's like, oh my god, why does this hurt so bad? And then you step into an area that's a little cloudy out today. Oh god, the lack of sunburns, and you have to find a weird lamp to stand under so your health can come back, and it's like everything in this game fucking hurts you and burns and makes you feel awful and weak and miserable. I'm like, why did they even give me the power suit? This should have just like, this is like being on the moon without a fucking space helmet. I am so fucking like, it's like, is this what they want to make me feel like? Holding my breath on the moon? Because this is what it feels like. Hey Grizzle. Yeah. Ara ara. I love feeling weak. Well, that's fair. I did not appreciate like going in on like, see, Prime 1 and 3 don't really do that, but like 2 relishes in this, and it's just like, that's the point. Even being super swole, you're not a god. I'm not asking to be a god. I'm asking to be able to breathe air and step in water. Like, can I lighten the mood by talking about how Bioshock Infinite is a blight? We've already talked about Bioshock Infinite. It is absolutely a blight. It's terrible. I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm not gonna get heated over Prime 2. It's not fucking worth it. Like, if people love Prime 2, go for it. I think the game's abysmal. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm pretty sure I just gave it away. Because I was like, if it helps, I hated Prime 2. And when it first came out, after playing it years later, I appreciate the unique ideas. Here's like, the thing, though, that, like, to me, like, this is a game that's about, like, it's very paint by numbers. You go into an area, it's like collect the 3 keys to get to the boss fight. You go into the next area, collect the 3 keys or 5 keys to get to the boss fight. Get into the next area, collect the 8 keys to get to the boss fight. It's a very like paint by numbers thing, which to me like takes a little bit of the exploration out of it. There is like some cool puzzles in Metroid Prime 2, and there is like, you know, it does still pull like in that direction, but like I just feel like they added all these elements of like, make sure the air doesn't burn you, and don't step in the water, and don't like this and that. Like, they added these elements in because I feel like the game might have been a little bit too like, seen maybe from developers' point, like it's too easy right out of the gate, because it's just like once you start getting the formula, there's not a lot like slowing you down. And I felt like this mechanic of the air hurting you, maybe as like a way to just kind of extend its like life, I guess. But oh god, I gotta catch up here. I'm like so boxing. I have strong feels about Metroid Prime 2. You're right about Sekiro being a rhythm game. Oh, 100%. This is fundamentally a different opinion. Yes, difference of opinion. Metroid Prime 2 is good, but not like 1. Prime 3 was good, but again, nothing compared to 1. And that's the thing. They're 1 and 3 are good in different ways. Like, I think 3 actually leaning harder into the lore was really cool. That's a really cool idea. I gotta put this on, was a really cool idea. One captures the essence of exploring an alien place so well. I don't know what 2 specializes in. To me, it's the Devil May Cry 2 of the Metroid Prime series. It's just like, I don't know what I'm getting out of this game. So, I mean, there were some really cool things in there, don't get me wrong. Like, there was, like, I do think the upgrades in that game are pretty neat, and there was some cool things on that end, but it's like, it wasn't for me. Other M infantilizes Samus. Yeah, it kind of does. Prime 2 kind of does, well, that's what I was basically saying, was like, you feel useless in 2. In my opinion, 3, some real Wii Motion gimmicks, but it's an early, it was like, it came out actually pretty, if I'm not mistaken, like at least 3/4 of the way through the Wii's life, didn't it? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm curious when that came out now. But there is some, like, there is definitely some gimmicks. It came out in 2007, so yeah, it was pretty early. Was pretty early, because the Wii came out in 2006, so it was like the second year. So yeah, pretty early then. Yeah, yeah, super early Wii game. Yeah, that's fair. 3 in my opinion. I feel like 1 and 2 surprisingly had better gameplay with the motion controls. Oh, you had the one where it had like all 3 of them. Yeah, gotcha. I could see that. I could see that. I played them on the. I played the first 2 on the GameCube and the 3rd one. Shit, I feel myself crumbling dust when you mention these release dates. Okay, that's fair. But code. What about Prime Hunters for the DS? The greatest Metroid game in the world. Prime Hunters on the DS. That is like, how to put it. That is a Metroid game that really emphasizes the hoops that Nintendo fans will jump through, I think, to play a game. Like, I actually did play it a fair amount. Didn't like hate it, but it was very like, it was very weird. Kind of fun multiplayer arena shooter. Yeah, and that was the thing. Like, it, people had such high expectations for it because it was like, it was Nintendo. It's like portable shooter. They expected something, and of course, once you introduce multiplayer as like a core factor to a game, people like lose their minds. So multiplayer was great, but single player, oh yeah, the single player was definitely like dialed in. Prime 1, you stuff broke, adjust, and survive. Prime 2, the universe is now stuck. It doesn't follow by your rules. Here's a busted ultra cannon, but it's gonna cost you. Yeah. So it's one of those things that, like, Hunters is like weird. It's kind of, it filled a niche there in the DS lineup when it came out, and it kind of worked in a weird way, but it was still like, to me it was like, it has a little bit of the same problem that like Kid Icarus has, Kid Icarus Uprising, which is kind of like jerry-rigging a game onto a system that isn't equipped to handle it. Don't get me wrong though, because I do think that Kid Icarus Uprising is fucking amazing. That game is wonderful, but I do think it's still like really, really fucking squeezed onto the 3DS, like in a not great fashion. That game had like a more preferred control layout or anything would have been like, it would have made it so much bigger. Still a good game though. What was the weird one where you're forced? I don't remember that one. I never played it. Like early 2000s, I was still in the mode where it was like, if I could try and like squeeze or pick up like every Nintendo game, I would, because, or every like first party Nintendo game, I really would go out of my way to try it. Or at least like try it and, you know, part with it later. But by the time, yeah, Federation Force, by like kind of the mid 2000s, I kind of had let go of like playing every Nintendo game. There's a few games in there that to me, like, there's a gap with Nintendo in around about 2006 to 2008, I'd say, where there was a few games that they released that I really didn't like I felt Nintendo was exceptionally lazy with certain games. And of course, this is a Nintendo pipeline, right? I understood even at the time that it's like Nintendo has a pipeline. There's certain releases that they put out at certain times. They want to make sure that they have these games available at certain points in the release. This is why you get a Paper Mario game every like 2 years, or every like year after a system launches. Like, it's the pipeline. But Force almost started a riot. Oh, I remember people being so fucking mad about that game. Yeah. There was so much hype for Prime 4. Off of what, right? Like, I understand people want like Metroid Prime 4, but it's like, it's still like, I don't know what they're going on. Like, I don't know what kind of hype one could bring to it, because there's just been nothing announced. It's the same idea as with Bayonetta 3. It's like, don't get me wrong, like, I'll be hyped when they show something probably, but there's been nothing shown, so it's like, let me see. I think I have to go back this way. Nintendo fans are difficult sometimes. Their expectations get way too high. I 100% agree. Floppable. And Nintendo just does Nintendo shit. And that's the thing, like, there's always, like, you'll hear people have, like, this opinion where it's like, Nintendo, why doesn't Nintendo do this? And they'll say this idea that's clearly, like, way too outside Nintendo's, like, comfort zone. It's like, no, Nintendo doesn't want to do that. They want to, like, they want to dial it in for, like, you know, they want to dial it in as much as possible and just make the game, like, comfortable to play. Hey, Naomi, how you doing? I want a new Super Metroid, even if it's like a link between. Oh, that would be really good. Oh, see, like, I could see like them doing a Super Metroid in like that style, maybe. Well, maybe not that like art style or, you know, that sort of thing, but just like having that kind of element where it's like, oh, I could see that. I'd be down for that. Link Between Worlds is really good. That game doesn't get enough credit. I flipped this shit about Wind Waker. Oh, I remember, yeah, people losing their mind over Wind Waker too, which is why we get Twilight Princess. And why we get that, like, Space World demo, or, like, Zelda demo, which preluded, like, Twilight Princess. I'm trying to think if it was for the Wii or what system it was on, but it was, like, Nintendo really trying to push the idea that they're like, oh yeah, no, we're making Zelda this way again. Because it spooked too many people. Expectations weren't managed, it's true. But it's one of those things that it's like, you know, when you're creating a game, I think it's like important to do what you want, right? Yeah. Alright, there we go. So I don't blame them for doing like Wind Waker, and I think Wind Waker was really good. My only qualm really with Wind Waker is that there's honestly, it's mostly just tied to those stealth sections. I just really fucking hate them. They're really bland, they're really boring. It was clearly an idea they had during like early development that I think they got tired of really quickly. Tinkle Tuner breaks the stealth so good at getcha. Like, they're just not interesting, they're just slow. Yeah, they had the idea of putting Link in a barrel, and they're like, "Yeah, we gotta make sure this makes it into the final game." I'm like, "No, this is an idea that should have hit the cutting room floor." Like, 100%. Let me see here. Also, Wind Waker is like the Zelda game where they start to introduce like just like piles of like items and things to collect, but it's like, it wasn't until like Breath of the, it's still weak in Breath of the Wild, but it's like I could see like Wind Waker, like, had, like, jewels and things you collect, and then you'd use them for certain side quests or whatever, but it's, like, that, to me, is, like, the baby step of just, like, put items in the game that you can, like, sell or trade or use for making things, which is what Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild did, so it's, like, they should have just committed harder maybe on that mechanic, because like it would have been more engaging going to an island, opening up a chest, and being like, oh shit, look at all these fucking items. Instead of having just like 6 different items that were tied to very unique side quests. Let me catch up with the chat here a little bit. I'll also say Nintendo really has a thing for simple games. Oh yeah, definitely, and they always try to run simplistic. Sometimes to their own detriment, I think. There is one complaint here. I forget which game it was, but I think it was one of the new Mario Brothers games, but they tied like oh, it was Super Mario Maker. them tying like things to a bunch of like, they were tying a whole bunch of functions to the same button, which is a very Nintendo thing to do, but it's like that's like something that like is like kind of a Nintendo pitfall, I guess, because it's like usually when it comes to things, usually if you want to like keep things simple, it's almost more simple to make it so one button does one thing, like rather than have one button like be like really. I'm still angry about the blotched Crystal Chronicles part. Oh, did they fuck it up? I haven't heard too much about it. I'm legit looking forward to Skyward Sword. I'm kind of curious about Skyward Sword because so I've played almost all the Zeldas. My mom is a huge Zelda fan. She plays all the fucking Zelda game. Well, there's a few she skipped, but like she really fucking likes Zelda. She's on her 6th playthrough of Breath of the Wild, so she really fucking loves Zelda. She doesn't play a lot of games, but she plays Zelda. Both of us fell out of Skyward Sword, and it's weird because okay, how do we? There's a coin and it is up. Oh, I see it. It's in that tree. We both fell out of Skyward Sword, so I feel weird about that game. I feel like Skyward Sword had like lots of really good ideas, but it was still like trying to play it a little bit too close to I don't know. Like, it's a weird one. I can't put my finger on why I fell out of it entirely. Let me catch up here. Crystal Chronicles got pulled from Australia. Really? It was that bad? Square Enix has a tendency to do cheap ports. So yeah, hit and miss. With just most erratic quality standards, yeah. By large, my most beloved game ever, really. Damn, spent so much time with Coach Co-op. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can see that. Like having that like connection for sure. Yeah. It was a motion waggle clumsily that turned me off of Skyward Sword originally. Interesting. Yeah. See, like, I actually thought like the whole like swinging your sword in certain directions for certain enemies was kind of a cool idea, but it was clumsy. I won't deny that. Like, the idea is really like interesting. It's just the execution of it wasn't there. Because let's be real, the Wiimote just was not equipped for like that level of stuff. I mean, the fact that they had to pack in like the Pro Wii Motion Pro thing into it was really like says it all, right? I'm hoping the Switch motion controls will make it shine finally. Yeah, and the motion controls for the Switch might actually like be enough to do it, but you can even opt for just like straight up normal controls. You actually use the right stick, if I'm not mistaken, to direct your cuts, so it might be a lot more playable. And see, that's a big thing too, is another problem. This is the thing that probably pushed my mom out of Skyward Sword a little bit. My mom has no like how to put it, she has no capacity to not swing with all her strength when it involves swinging something. So Skyward Sword was not great in that respect, because she literally is like cleaving the air like full tilt, to the point that she's put her shoulder out in numerous games on the Wii because she doesn't know how to. She gives it 120% every single swing, every single time. She has no restraint, exactly. And Wii Motion Pro helped a lot, yeah. So like, that's really dangerous, but it's one of those things that also makes me think about the fact that like Skyward Sword was not the most like accessible game on that front, because if you wanted to like play it, you still had to be able to swing, and that's like, it's yeah. So the fact that the remake actually has like button controls available is actually, I think, is a lot better. Nintendo is going to release Mother 3 eventually. I think no. I think Mother 3 scared. Okay. Oh god, we're into the Mother 3 discourse. We're going full Nintendo tonight. I'm about it, actually. The Mother 3 discourse. So I've played Mother 3 in full. I think Mother 3 is alright, but I think Mother 3 is probably the game that scares Nintendo most. That is a game about being depressed, and it's sad. It's a very sad game. It's probably the most like emotionally like negative edged game that Nintendo has in their library. And like the thing is this game is like colorful. Anybody who's played Earthbound, and this is the thing when it comes to North America and why North Americans like they're like going off Earthbound, they're like, yeah, Mother 3, like more Earthbound. Earthbound and Mother 3 are very distant things from each other. Earthbound is very kind of like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Earthbound, but it's also very like kind of soft. Like it's emotions of innocence. Mother 3 is the emotions of being like growing old and sad. And that game, like, it does not hold its punches. It's going to be fucking like, Nintendo's never gonna release it. They're never gonna put that game out in North America. They both don't care because they're not gonna make any money on it. Because like it's fucking Earthbound. It's a Mother series. They're not gonna do it. It's going to, but then on top of it, you have this game that has like, is littered with like adult themes and like heaviness that just does not like, nah, I just don't see it happening. I think Nintendo will one day because it will make everyone go nuts. I think, here's the thing, had they did it 10 years ago, everyone would probably go nuts. Nowadays, we're actually starting to move into the generation that doesn't even know of Earthbound and doesn't even know of Mother 3, so it's went long enough at this point that there's not going to be the people that are going to be like, oh shit, oh my god, it's Mother 3. Like, those people have already started to like age past it, and like the bigger crowd that Nintendo typically appeals to doesn't care. Nintendo won't do it. Like, they just won't, because it's too heavy. It's too heavy of a game. Like, let me see here. Like, in the age of very emotionally strong indie games, especially RPGs inspired by Mother 3 would do really well, but honestly, nah. Yeah, like, would be hard to bring here with some of the themes exactly. As it would be super touchy here in North America. Like the magic people and the hippie, like the LGBTQ aesthetic to them, and might not fly. I don't think Nintendo would shy away from like the kind of LGBTQ aesthetic to it, because it actually is kind of a very like, how to put it, it's very that's an element in that game that's kind of very like close to the forefront of the surface level themes of that game, so I could definitely see that, but I don't think that's really pushing it out as much as the fact that it's a depressed game. It's a depressing game, so like Nintendo knows this is both like the combination of a game that's not going to sell, and it's also a game they don't want to release. On top of everything, I mean, spoiler alerts for Mother 3, I'm not going to say anything really direct about it, but I will say the ending is not, it gives you zero closure, really. It's a very, like, unusual ending for a Nintendo game that's going to leave a lot of people, like, feeling very weird. Which I think is also a factor for Nintendo, because like most Nintendo games kind of try to be like emotionally like neutral, or at least have a positive upspin. This game is like the exact opposite. It has a negative downspin, and it doesn't even like give you like closure really at the end. Like their name has a the oh yeah, that's, yeah, apparently a big reason why they didn't yeah. Like, their name is a fucking slur, yeah. I think all the reasons, I mean, that's definitely a factor. Not that they couldn't, like, not that they couldn't, like, localize that differently, but, because I think that they could, but it's one of those things that, it's definitely, like, it's definitely an uncomfortable zone, I think, for Nintendo in general, so, I think all the reasons are why they didn't release it back then, but are good reasons why they would release it eventually. Nah, I think you're wrong, Ben. I think it's just that blunt. I'm sorry, but it's just like Nintendo is not gonna want. Nintendo doesn't take risks. Nintendo like takes cash. Like, it's just not what they do. If it ever does get a release, it's gonna be very like off. Like, they're gonna be very like like they're not gonna advertise it. They're not gonna do anything with it. It's gonna be like Mega Man Zero. It's gonna be like Earthbound Zero or Earthbound Begins. It's gonna be something along those lines where the game is just very, very, very hands off for them. They're just gonna make it happen just off the cuff. What's the word using? Oh yeah, that is super offensive. Yes. I know what you're. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So yeah, like it's definitely like a thing. As a yeah. Nintendo just takes cash, and yeah, like the thing is Nintendo's not interested in taking risks. Like, I just don't see it in the cards. Like, the thing is like more and more, Nintendo doesn't even want to take risks on things that aren't even, like, inherently risky. They don't want to do a F-Zero game because, like, it just doesn't sell when it comes down to it. Not that they won't at some point in the future, but it's still something that, like, Nintendo's not that shit hot about F-Zero when it comes down to it. And, like, F-Zero is not even like a quarter of the risk of yeah. Galgun was Nintendo. Yeah, but that's not Nintendo themselves handling it. That's not their game. That's just them throwing things in Nintendo Direct. And honestly, like, most of the time when it comes to Nintendo Directs, Nintendo's just like, yeah, just fucking do it. Like, the adultness doesn't matter in Nintendo Direct as long as it's not under their, like, personal umbrella. This is why we have Travis Touchdown routinely on Nintendo Directs, because, like, let's be real, Travis Touchdown powers up his sword, he jerks off his sword to power it up, and he's basically just constantly, like, just a chain of calling things motherfucker. So it's like, he's obviously not Nintendo, like, preferred, he's not following Nintendo rules, but he's not Nintendo, right? He's a Grasshopper, so as far as Nintendo's concerned, if anybody's gonna take the heat from Travis Touchdown, it's Grasshopper. We end up with more Mario Golf, no Metroid. Exactly. Like, this is Nintendo playing it safe, right? Nintendo doesn't want to take risks. F-Zero GX was excellent, though. Like, yeah, like, I just don't see it, like, happening. Do I think there could be maybe a fourth Mother game down the road? The creator of the Mother series 100% has said that he would rather just fans make a fourth game, which fans have done with. There's a really cool, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Oddity. There's a fan-made game called Oddity, which originally started out as a Mother 4 fan project. Looks really good, and it's going to get released at least someday. So, he said he was open to making another game recently, but wasn't sure about an RPG. That's fair. Yeah. But it is one of those things that I think, even though, I'm trying to think of his name, Itoi? There we go. Yeah, Itoi, there we go. Like, how to put it, like, I think, like, he's one of those people that's been with Nintendo forever at this point, but I think, like, Nintendo's kind of moving on to, like, he's like in the range where, like, he's old enough that he's like Miyamoto's age basically at this point, and he's also kind of pretty much, I think, ready for retirement, really. So it's something that I suspect if they ever do another Mother game, it'll probably be handled by someone else. But even then, I kind of just don't see it happening. You know what? Here's the thing. Nintendo has two very good, like, kind of RPG-esque things under their, like, umbrella that they do like. Fire Emblem and Xenoblade. At this point, I just don't see them going back to Mother, because, like, both those games have proven to sell much better than the Mother series, outside of Japan at the very least. And it's something that, Like, I just don't see them going back to it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is they own the Xenoblade series, so like, yeah, Xenomother, F-Zero Blade. Yes, they gotta pack all the games they don't want to do into one. And they'll pad out the games they don't want to do by attaching them to games they do want to do. Oh, I'm down here, which is just a bad place to be, seemingly. Actually, Xeno is super cool because it's decidedly not Nintendo. It is. It's Monolith, but Nintendo bought Monolith, and they're like, yeah, this is a good idea because we don't want to make our own fucking RPGs anymore. It's complicated and tactical in a way that a lot of Nintendo games aren't. Yeah. And I think it was a good purchase. It was a smart purchase from Nintendo because Nintendo at one point was trying to like pad out their like the variety of games they have, and for a hot minute Nintendo was definitely like struggling with trying to get like companies on board. So it's something that like having a company like Monolith working with them is really good. Plus I think generally Nintendo's very sweet with Monolith. Monolith helped them with Breath of the Wild, and it's something that I think that's just, they're very close. They're very close at this point. I feel like the loss of the handheld platform, we don't get the wilder, less safe, smaller cost games. I would agree with that. I think Nintendo's splitting the difference by doing the Switch and making a console handheld, which I originally talked about. You can probably find videos of me talking about this idea back in like 2010 or 11. About the idea of like Nintendo doing like splitting the difference and making a portable console, rather than just doing a portable series, portable and console separate. Like they had to merge that at some point, and I think the Switch has turned out to be very good. It's because like at one point when the Wii U was announced, initially everybody was like, "Oh, is it like, can you just like take this on the go?" And of course, Nintendo being Nintendo, no, it's like tethered 10 feet away. But it's one of those things that's like, it was, I think Nintendo had to do it. Like they were dominating the mobile market at this point. Okay, I see what I gotta do. Okay, not like that, I guess. Xenoblade X is the closest to true Xeno name. Gotcha. Ah! Okay, well, we will work on that. Yeah, but like, how to put it, like, they don't do the smaller scale games, that's for sure. Like Nintendo's taking a lot less like risks, and they're doing a lot less like kind of unique one-off games because I think that they are really like committed to trying to like push the Switch at this point. Nintendo's biggest weakness was they struggled juggling between two consoles. Exactly. You'll notice one device would get focused and the other would get neglected. Yeah, I mean, like Nintendo had a very strong generation during like the DS and the Nintendo Wii, which both really kind of, you know, powered through. But I think it was just like they were splitting themselves so hard between these two things that bringing them together was both like good financially in-house, because now suddenly you're not having to have like a DS like portable level 3DS like scale development and have console scale development. They kind of brought it together into one, which is good in-house, but it's also good for consumers because consumers just have to look at the one system and be like, that's the one. So well, no, I almost got it. But I also love the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy is definitely a thing. Not Nintendo's strongest endeavor. I'd love to play Xenoblade Chronicles on my Wii U, and also the Wii games I didn't finish. Gotcha. Yeah, it's sad that they're not gonna put Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch. That seems like a real big miss on Nintendo's part because everybody's asking for it. So it's like, you know, it would be money in their pockets, really. Okay, what's down here? Oh, this is probably to the music note. Yeah. Woo. Xenoblade Chronicles 3DS was the best board ever. I have no idea how the port was actually. Was it like legit good? No. I'm just like, fuck it. Just let the saw, like, hit me. Oh. What am I doing? Where am I going? I guess down this way. Oh, shit. I got sandwiched. They put a lot of effort into it. Gotcha. Hey, well, I mean, that's good. I mean, Monolith is, like I said, they're pretty good overall. Looks like I have to go down this way. Oh. Well. Oh. It was generally a solid port. Hey, very good, very good. Like, it was chunky as heck, but it played really well. Hey, that's the main thing. Yo! Okay, there we go. Love the feel, I love that this feels like a real-time podcast, but just enjoying games. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing with the streams, right? That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy streaming, is the fact that it's just like, you know, getting to chill out and just talk about games and stuff, right? So I'm always about this vibe. Alright, what? Like, I never really thought about it as a real-time podcast, but I definitely know where you're coming from. Whoa, fuck me. That one was really fast. Nintendo Charm, I meant the eShop and main Switch menus are just bland. It would be nice for Nintendo to like put out backgrounds and stuff like that, but I don't know. Nintendo can be very weird because they're like they clearly want money, but they're also just like, nah, we don't have a department for this. We're just gonna like, whoa, I had weird momentum there. We don't have a department for this. Like, fuck it. It's the same way with their like not virtual console, but whatever they call it. They have like this amazing thing that they could be doing, and they could be loading it up with games, but they're just like, nah, just like put fucking like I'm trying to think of like one of the weirder games on it. Just put Tough Enough on there. Put that's good enough. Whoa, jeez. Okay, so I think we want to stay on this one and follow it. Yep, don't want to do that. Where am I going with this one? Am I not gonna make it there? Whoop. I'm glad that didn't count as a like pinch. That was nice. There we go. Okay, we made it to a checkpoint. All those forgettable retro games on Nintendo Online, they won't approach Mother or F-Zero exactly. The F-Zero, like, the thing is like, even just a nice port of F-Zero GX would be like, just a godsend at this point, because F-Zero GX is like, if the F-Zero series had to end on like have its like curtain call and have its swan song, is that what it's, I don't even know what I'm referencing anymore, but anyways, if it had to have one last like shot at it, F-Zero GX is a very like noble attempt at that. It is a game that is packed, it is loaded with content, it plays really fucking well. You can, I believe at this point, I think it's 60, you can run that 60 FPS, and it also has like widescreen options, and it's just like, damn, this game was like, they were going all in on this game. I mean, it was Sega that was doing it, but like they really put it all into that game, and honestly, just porting that game to another system would be just really fucking nice. Xenoblade 2 has lots of unmotivated fan service with art direction that often clashes with the aesthetic of the rest of the game. And as it's annoying gacha, yeah, that was the thing, that was the pitch that Key gave me that like pushed me out of like grabbing it myself. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I didn't have the money for it at the time, but it was like, it pushed me out of like making a further effort to acquire it. Is F-Zero GX? Yeah, it's Nintendo Sega joint project, it is. There we go. Whoa, nope. I'm just like, that's a hard no. Oh, we have a coin that's just coming up. Xenoblade 2 takes the horny to extremes. Yeah, I've heard, I've seen. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal, I suppose. The thing is, like, if your series is already kind of established for that, I guess it's one thing, but like, what I feel when I see Xenoblade Chronicles like 1 is that the game is relatively wholesome. Like it feels very like kind of like played straight, you know what I mean? Xenoblade Chronicles X, when I see it, it feels very like played in a very like mechanically like cold way. I suspect the game isn't really like that, but it still does feel that way a little bit to me. The world itself looks really like alive and cool and everything, but it's also just like it seems very like mechanical in structure. And then like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like I hope you like weapons with boobs. Yeah, and I'm like, well, I do like weapons and I do like boobs, so I guess that's the one I'll go for. So, there you go. Hey, Crocro, how you doing? Great news. Awesome, what you got? Oh, what is this? This is a weird one. That's instant death, so we don't want to do that. Huh. How do we get over there? Oh, jeez, okay, it's stupid. I'm just like, oh, it's super easy, that's the answer. I solved the puzzle! Yeah. I've gotten my best friend addicted to Guilty Gear and possibly Tekken. Oh, interesting. Hey, congratulations. Very good, very good. It's always good getting somebody into fighting games. Oh my god, I made that work! that was clutch. Okay, the next one is forever away. Looks like we probably have a note coming up. Oh, so many. Gotcha. You know, I could never get into Tekken. Tekken was always one that, like, I think, like, the characters and just, like, the kind of things that they do in Tekken is interesting and, like, relevant or whatever to my interests. But, like, God, I can't play that game. I've never felt more like I was playing something that was in like a completely different language than Tekken. Like other fighting games like teach you a language of like how things work, and then Tekken comes along and I kick somebody, like I knock them down and I approach them and they start beating me up and I'm like, they're still on the ground. This is I'm supposed to be at advantage here and they're just like flailing and shit and I'm like, how do I calm this? How do I calm this ungrateful child? And I'm just like really, really puzzled and I'm just like, why? Like, I mean, who is it? The most recent announced character for Tekken is, the Prime Minister of, like, Norway, question mark? So, I mean, why not? Like, anybody can be in Tekken, that's the thing. Anyone can be in fucking Tekken, and it just fucking works. Let me see, when I say Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has hints of horny, is a set of armor that exposes Fiora's butt. Which is, sure, exposing a girl's butt, but also playing into spoilers. Okay. I have no idea. I mean, if it's just a single set of armor, it's like... I don't know. Like, at that point, like, it's just... It's a set of armor. I mean, there's... I can look at, like, something like Persona 3, which definitely has, like, a couple sets of armor, which are very questionable. But, yeah, there we go. But there we go. Yeah, see, like you put Samus in Tekken, like, and it would still fucking work. They could weave that magic and just make it fucking work. And the thing is you know what? Samus in Tekken would be so fucking sick. Like, are you kidding? Like, that's the thing. That's something that doesn't come up very often in Metroid, and it's something that I think Other M did really well, was having, like, elements of Samus just actually just like beating people like up with her fucking arm cannon, not shooting it, just fucking punching people with it. Like that's the thing. Like when you look at her playstyle in like you know, in like Smash Brothers and stuff, she fucking kicks ass. Like she fucking, like, she's amazing. She also has her and Captain Falcon's movesets are actually based off of Street Fighter characters. I'm trying to think of which characters they are though. Other level head combat. I feel like there was at least like quick time events or something where like Samus would like punch or kick things. I'm like, yes, I'm about that. I like how Definitive Edition has a fashion system of choosing the armor you display as wearing. That's always nice, and honestly, every JRPG should do it. 2B for Tekken, like, and see that's the thing is like, they put 2B in Soul Calibur, and I'm just kind of like, I could see her like fitting in with Tekken, but she fits in so much better with Soul Calibur, just because she wields weapons. She wields a lot of weapons, so like it just makes more sense to put her in like Soul Calibur. But I could see her still fitting in with Tekken well. It's a set of armor in 100-hour long game exactly. And the thing is like you can opt to not use said set of armor. It's not vital, right? So there we go. All of a sudden, Xenoblade 2 is still somehow less horny than Conception 2. Is Conception not the game where like you form your like party to go fight evil by making children? Is that not what that game is? Am I thinking of the wrong game on that one? Because that sounds like that sounds like it would obviously be a lot more horny than I guess. Okay, it's still somehow less horny than Conception 2. Really? I mean, I guess like you put making the babies on a different screen, and this is the game you're thinking of. Huh. Like, I mean, you make the babies off screen and then they're just in your party, so it's just like RPG parental care, the game, I guess. So yeah, I mean, like that seems obviously like it would be a lot less horny than Xenoblade 2. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never played Conception. I only vaguely know what it is, but the notion of just having an army of children that like fight for you seems like a novel concept, which is probably why it exists as a game. I'm just like, time. It's a game where you're just like, I guess it's time to make an army. It's time to make an army. Yeah. There's the thing up there. There's definitely a thing up there. I don't know what's up there, but there's a thing. There's no way there's not a thing. There's not a thing. That sucks. Oh, well, I guess I can be crushed. When's the perfect time for a chat hug? I'm not on TV right now, so I'm not going to be on TV all night, so chat hug can happen anytime. The introduction to the mechanic in Conception 2 is gathering the one teenage male character with his token teenage character and putting them in a room to have ersatz sex. I don't know what that means. Well, your teacher watches on to make sure you're having ersatz sex correctly. I don't know what that means, but I think I would need a teacher to watch because I don't know what it means. You're reading my statement about 2 games in the wrong direction. No. Conception is the thing. They touch fingers and a child is born. Okay. I was about to say that. Oh god, I was about to say the weirdest fucking thing. Help! I was about to say they touch fingers like E.T. style and a child is born. Help! Conception 2. That's a plot for Conception 3. Jesus. Alright. Aw, spray bottle, what? Oh. Well, I got a head pat first. Why am I getting spray bottled? Well earned spray bottle this time. What? I still don't follow. What's wrong? There's a star egg thing. You touch fingers and touch the egg, and the egg becomes child. Wait, is that not how childs are made? Oh. Aw, damn. I really do need a teacher to sit in for this, clearly. Yeah, so Conception 2 is the game where you and a harem of anime girls use your babies as Pokemon, yes. Help. Well, now, honestly, I don't even know what I did wrong, but I deserve this. I accept the spray bottle. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. 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 The introduction is very much play like a couple's first time having sex. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. It's a game about making baby. So I guess, yeah. Well, I don't even know how we got here. What even is this conversation? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. The podcast went in a weird direction. And now I'm like, damn, like, I'm like, whoa, jeez. I don't need any of those. I don't even know why I went down there. I like Valkyrie Drive's method of lesbians who turn into weapons as they kiss and get stronger the more intense the kiss I see. God, this is exactly what I expect from your podcast. Yes. Honestly, let's put a pin in it on this one. That these are all really like really sketchy fucking ideas. But that said that like if you have to make a game about like if you're setting out to make a game about like making baby Pokemon army, I don't know what else you're gonna do. Of course you're gonna fucking touch fingers and touch the star egg. Like, whoa. That was probably pretty good, I guess. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's a Phobikin. There we go, we found the last one. JRPG is terrible. Terrible rabbit hole. Yes. Hello there, I'm Acro. How did you end up here? Oh, the irony, right? It's a long and unfortunate story. I should really get back to my workstation. Thanks for snapping me out of it. I kind of like these little guys because I know they're not, but to me, like, they're like wearing little raincoats, and I'm like, that's adorable. Oh, I'm not saying stop the conversation. I'm the one who went back to Star Eggs. Like, I find this way too, like, I'm just so baffled and everything, it's so weird that I'm just like, what? I briefly tried Conception 2 for the what the fuck value, named the prototype after, oh, okay, I don't know anything about School Days, just that, god damn it, floppable. No. Speaking of JRPGs, I need to get through Morrow Chronicles. I've never heard of this. Desperate quest to repopulate Japan. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna die now. Name the protect Danny Sexbang. Yeah, I tried for the what the fuck value, and it's just like so unremarkable, except you can play it, and so it's moderately more involved than Darling the Franks. Oh my god. Moe Chronicles is the ultimate JRPG, I see. That looks like it should be awful and terribly hard, but but it wasn't actually that bad. Oh, did that weird jump where you get like the half jump. Yeah, Frank's is horrible. It's I do have like a small key soft spot for 02, I guess. She's it's a cute design, but like the whole anime is definitely like it's got a lot of problems. It's got a lot of problems. Like, I don't know, like I did watch it. There was an era of like mystery to it, and it's like, okay, where's this going? But then it just kind of went like the most like bland direction. And then like they didn't get a season 2, so they just went full trigger. And what if this is what happens? And it's like, okay, that didn't line up at all with anything that was going on. It was one of the last times I actually had time to watch an anime, so I do have like at least like slightly like I have some memories of actually seeing it. Yeah. I mean, would it anyone be surprised at this point? No, I'm not surprised. There we go. Okay, we're going up. There we go. Oh wow, that was fucking easy. Why was that one so easy? I'm a simple trash goblin. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, it's definitely, yeah. It's a weird one. I call myself a trash queen, but you don't love Darling in the Franxx? What? Yeah. Okay, I think we got all the coins here. I think we're good. Pride myself in loving trash games. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have that, like, okay, we have 5 seals left. I do watch trash from time to time, but the trash tends to on the verge of, yeah, Baba Hotep. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, that's the thing. There's trash, but there's also, like, good trash, you know what I mean? There is a distinction there. Like, there's like, how to put it? Let me think. There's like, I'm trying to think of like a good example. There is, I'm trying to think of a good example. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like there's like trash games and trash things, but then there's like God Hand, which is like good trash. You want your trash to really be God Hand. You want that high caliber, like high quality, like trash. That's the trash that we all truly crave. God Hand. And that's the thing. Doesn't mean it's bad exactly. Oh my god, what is that one Nicolas Cage movie that fucking it's trash, but it's like I can't look away from the screen trash. Shit. What is it called? Oh, Drive Angry. That's what it is. I mean, that could describe a lot of fucking no, fucking Drive Angry. That movie is just like, Jesus Christ, what am I fucking watching? I have to figure out how to get up. How do I get up? I don't think, I fucking love Face Off. I will say it again, I'd rather take an absurd trash fest movie over and that's the thing, and this is a topic we had the other day. Actually, I think it was started in Emily's chat, about the fact that a weird or bad like movie or game is far more interesting than a boring game. Is absurdly boring. I mean, we differ in opinions, Hive. It's like so fucking weird. I mean, it's not even weird. It's just like, it's kind of just like if you sewed a whole bunch of like of the over the top like cutscenes from like Devil May Cry together. Like, that is kind of what it's like. Drive Angry is absurdly boring. Hive was not impressed. By fucking, oh my god, Nicolas Cage like driving a dump truck through a bunch of other vehicles into a fucking gas station or whatever. Like, when has Bruce Campbell ever been in a bad movie though? Don't know. Can't think of one. The last weird ass movie, like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, is far more interesting to me than any Marvel superhero film. And that's fair. Like, Willy's Wonderland is just unsettling, purely because it is a movie with Nick Cage as the lead and he doesn't talk. I see. How do I get to the fucking map? I'm desperately trying to... Okay. We have to get to this temple. We gotta get to the Forlorn Temple. I guess we're gonna... Does any of these... So it connects with this one over here, I think? Is that correct? We're gonna find out. Alright. Yeah, I guess we go this way. Here we are again. Woo! Okay. Like... Jesus fucking Christ. Now I'm thinking about Drive Angry again. It's just like... It feels like it was written by, like, Nicolas Cage himself, and he's like, I just want to be the most badass person ever. That's kind of what the movie feels like, but it's just like, it's so ridiculous that I can't not, like, watch it. And the thing is he's, like, this movie is, like, not that old, so Nicolas Cage is far too old to be, like, an action movie star. What? No. But anyways, the point is like, there's trash and then there's God Hand, and you want God Hand. That's what you want. There we go. You probably weren't here when I said Ep.8 was an earnest exploration of the horror of growing old and forgotten. Gotcha. There we go. God Hand is wild. God Hand is wonderful. Just a true gem. The first one tried to take itself seriously. Then this will stop it from being a full bloody movie about a person claiming to be Elvis and a person claiming to be JFK, except died black and apparently in a nursing home fighting an ancient mummy who eats the souls by drinking them through people's butts. I mean, is that not where the soul is kept? Would you consider crowdfunding God Hand 2? Yes. If they announce God Hand 2, like, they fucking got platinum in on it, like, get, like, the original people that worked on God Hand, and they're like, God Hand 2, it's happening, baby. Oh, hands down. Like, I don't do crowdfunding, but, like, I think God Hand 2 would have to happen. Alright. There we go. There we go. Also, just because I guess, like, I probably conflated a couple of subjects there, but, like, yeah, like, Drive Angry is not good trash, it's bad trash, but it's at least not, like, boring trash, I guess, to me. I mean, I guess it was to Hive, but, yeah. You're awful defensive about a B movie, Ben. What B movie? Oh. There we go. Deadly Premonition 2. Yeah, Deadly Premonition 2 has, like, fucking problems from what I've heard. Okay, I made it. We made it to the part where we got all the Phobicans. They built the bridge. They built the bridge. So... Really? That's such a small gap. I could almost jump that. It's a nice bridge, though. I'll give them credit where credit's due. Okay, so we're into new territory. Yep, there we go. There we go. So I guess we're going down this way. There we go. The intellectual discourse of Drive Angry. Yeah, I think it was only me that mentioned Drive Angry. I think that's just because Nicolas Cage came up. We were talking about like bad movies. I'm like, yeah, that's one. Why did we go down there? Oh, to get through the gate. Get through the gate to stay in the past. There's like a lot of like instances in this game where there's like flow, where you have to like feel out like, do I go through the gate and like go to the past? Oh, hey, it's a little lever. I've never seen a little lever in this game before. Oh. Like, what did that do for me? Oh, cool. I guess this is how I die. Or not. Oh, are they just active all the time? Okay. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I would like to not be in this room. Yeah. Mandy is the best Nicolas Cage. I haven't seen that yet. I heard it was really good. Yeah. Wild ass movie. Anyways. I don't know if I've seen Antichrist. Oh shit, the eyeball didn't. I thought it was gonna ricochet off the gate for some weird reason. Oh god. Look at this checkpoint. Who placed this checkpoint? Clearly was not placed close enough. Yeah. Well, I went down that way, so. What is like preventing me from doing this in the present? Oh, these walls. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of a funny thing because like every situation between the past and like present in this game is you're just held up by like these just three or four walls, and it's just like it'd be like if in Earthbound everything was like blocked out by the pencil eraser. It's like, okay, that seems like odd that there's a lot of like pencil a lot of just like pencil statues here that need to be destroyed, but I guess here we are. Yeah, and see, that's how I feel too. Wang, like, it doesn't feel like it's playing out in like an interesting way. It feels like it's interesting because it's the retro. It feels interesting because of its art styles, not because of what it's doing. And it's not like the worst, but it's just like it doesn't feel like it's really like as much of a factor, I guess. So the messenger's been a weird one. I don't hate the game, but I do feel there's a lot of like little things about it. I do remember this being like very like everybody was talking about this game when it first came out. So okay, when it first came out, so it just feels kind of weird to me, I guess. Oh shit, we have a fucking rocket. Cool. We're Super Mario Brothers 2 now. Yeah. It also makes the levels hard to read. You can't look at an obstacle and say, yeah, that would be there in the past exactly. And once again, that feeds into the backtracking elements that I talk about, where it's like sometimes you go back and forth trying to get to an area because you're like, it looks like it should, like, do I have to be there in the past or the present? So it does. I know exactly where you're coming from, because it's my problem with it too. Okay, I guess I'm going up. Oh, at least they give me another rocket. That's. Oh, you can angle it. Okay. I'm like, big crystal. A big crystal I don't need. Also makes also posting that trash has value judgment as opposed to a term that's used to contrast it in altogether more respectable intellectual brand of movies. This is beyond my like brain cell count. I'll just let this shake out however it does. There's a lot of the eraser was weird. I know, right? I'm like, yes, the eraser. There we go. Whoop, there we go. I know when my brain is run out of cells for a situation. Where are we going on this one? Oh, I had to duck down there, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, it ended up on the platform? How does that even work? Damn, I don't think I've seen a checkpoint yet. Okay, wait, we have, but it's been a moment. Okay. 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 Well, you know the jokes in Mother 2 didn't translate right. Yeah. I mean, one was, I think the pencil was actually an octopus in the Japanese version. And I felt that like a pencil would be like more recognizable, I guess. I guess the notion of a pencil eraser, it's a pun. That's a very like Earthbound thing to do. I guess the pun in Japanese would be something else. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh, do I want to go up that way? Nah. Oh, this is in the past. In the past, it would probably work. Guess I'm just gonna miss that now and die. Crap. This is a bad spot to jump to. There we go. Yeah, pencil was takoyaki, a hot dog cut to look like an octopus. Okay, gotcha. I forget the name. Okay. Yeah, I know. I get what you're referring to, though. Yeah. Snowing out. Oh, it was such a nice day today too. Crap. I guess I want to be in the past for this. Yeah. Apparently, they only had levers in the past. Once again, exactly what me and Wang are talking about. Where it's like, why? There we go. Oh, jeez. I could have actually used that. There we go. Another room. There we go. These seem very, like, kind of locked in it. Oh, there we go. I was supposed to say locked in at the same pace. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now it's blowing snow. Levers went extinct, I know, right? Gravy? What? Yeah. Back your desk with octopus balls. I don't even know how I managed to get up there from that one. That was weird. Oh fuck. Oh god, where is the checkpoint on this one? These checkpoints feel really far apart. Oh, they're making me do even the whole door section again. Ugh. Guess I'll do it. But not because I want to. Yeah, I know, right? Rude. There we go. I missed it. No! Whoa, how did I miss that? Oh, I missed. Okay, there we go. Yep. I'm just like, just do it. I died once. I've waited too long to be back doing things. There we go. Get the phones to go out. Notice the lack of levers around this place. Yeah. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, I was supposed to go the other way. Okay. 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 So we drop down. So there's no levers, but there's saws. Whew. Okay. Give me a Battletoads. Oh. Just do it, exactly. Be the ninja I was born to be. The ninja I was born to be is still sleeping in bed. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just like, don't get me wrong, like, this section is interesting enough, just, like, it's interesting enough. Game is about, this game is about drastic economical upheaval that drove the lever manufacturer crews out. Yeah. That is definitely what it's about. That's the vibe I was getting the whole way through. Okay, where do they want me to go? Up. Okay, we have something up this way, though. What? How? What? Oh, okay, we'd probably go over, I guess? Okay. Nice tree. Like, mentally trying to, like, figure this out. Oh, I'm enjoying it, but it's more just, like, at this point, like, I want to get to, like, this end of this section or whatever, so I can just, like, call it for now, because I've kind of hit my max. It's funny, most games I can time out for about 2 hours, and then, like, I'm kind of, like, you know, I'm ready to tag in another game. This game I feel ready to tag out after, like, an hour. I'm just, like, I just don't, it doesn't, like, engage me, I guess, in the way it needs to sometimes. And this area, like, collecting the coins was interesting in the other one, but this one it seems, like, less interesting for some reason. Can be a large burn, oddly enough. Ooh, I'm very eager to play that game. Like, it really is just the pacing of this game, though, because I've never had this problem with a Metroidvania before. Oh, okay, there we go. Make it work. It's just, like, noticeable in this game. And it's like the challenge level at times falls kind of in this weird spot where it's like, it's just challenging enough that I have to focus on it, but, like, not quite engaging enough to, like, really pull me in to something that's, like, really pushing me. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was just one. Yeah. It is too dense, you know what I mean? Like, and there's not a lot of games I could describe that way that I can think of, but this game, it's like, it's the first thing I think of. Oh shit, I did hear Jurassic Park again. Amusing thing is, the things that I have said are at the level of what the shopkeeper would say. Alright, so we got the coin that was up there. Doom Eternal is too dense. Really interesting. I've mostly heard people like Doom Eternal. What am I doing for this one? I'm just like, oh, there's like a hook. Okay. And I'm not even like saying the game has to be harder because I really don't think it needs to be. It's kind of like, to me, most of the things in this game are kind of about at the challenge level of like the first area of like, I don't know, Super Meat Boy, or not, maybe not the first area, but like the first 2 areas maybe. So it doesn't feel like it's ramping up for me, I guess. It's mostly just like the pathing around, I guess. But it's like if it was this dense and also had you know, ramped up challenge, it might be too much. So I have no idea. It's like I said, I don't know what they would do to fix this game. But I mean, like, I don't think it necessarily needs fixing because it is what it is, right? Hey Mob, how you doing? Oh. This is fucking walk it. There we go. Subway cookies. Subway cookies are really good. Yeah, I like them too. Yeah, has a cookie. Yeah, Code Mom. Want about Code Mom? Yeah. I don't know Code. I know you are giving this game a fair shot, but I don't feel anything like you describe what you are describing when I played it. Well, we're two very different people, Ben. So I guess we've confirmed we're not the same person. I feel like your problem with this game is that why are you gonna mod in this? It's like, I can't add fucking Cupcake Faction to this. This is bullshit. There we go. Oh no, I said Mob. Yeah. No, I was saying Mob Fox. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't get my glide. That's death. Oh, or is it? Yeah, they're synced up weird. Fuck me. Those are really synced bad. Yeah. Are they just universally gonna be synced like this? I guess they are. I don't. Fair enough. I mean, when I was reading reviews of this game after I played, it seemed like all in line with what I played. Gotcha. Yeah. Right now, I'm seeing this game going, and I am I'm going to hate this game. Yeah, like, it's one of those things. I feel like this is gonna be a divisive game. Some people are gonna probably really like it, and some people are gonna feel really like, just like kind of blasé about it, I think. Okay, see, they're synced up correctly this time. They weren't synced correctly last time, which caused problems. Oh, and I fucked that up, so back to the beginning. Oh shit, okay, we got a free rocket. Oh, hello. The previous room had a thing in it. Oh, but we can't grab this rocket? No, we can. Oh god, that's like forever ago. Oh, how many decades ago was that room? I have no idea. Yeah. Becomes less good after the twist happens. The thing, yeah, I could actually see that. Yeah. Like, and it's one of those things that's like, I don't think it's like bad. I just feel like I hit a point with my engagement with this game where it becomes like I'm just not engaged because it's just like, I don't know. It's just a mite bit like dialed in at times, I guess. I'm really annoyed with the fact that I missed that one. How do I get back there? That is, it's not too far from the entrance, I guess, but it's still a lot. Oh, I think we got a boss coming up. How many coins are we short? 4. We're short 4. That's impressive. Okay, not much left then. I mean, I'm not gonna beat it tonight, I know that, but... Oh, shit, hey! Maybe we are. The worm has come to play. Is this where the... I didn't think this was the... Okay. Barma Thazil. Why does only one of the heads get a crown? Barma Thazil. He can't help you anymore. What? Impossible. What's wrong? Is the king afraid to have to do something himself? Ugh. You will pay for your insolence. Prepare to die, ninja. Absolute unit, yeah. I will say that other boss fight was really good, though. One where you fight the demon general in the underworld. Am I supposed to do something here? Oh, okay, we're gonna rocket upwards. Okay, cool. That's fair. Oh, shit. Can I, like... Yeah, I was about to say. So, it's like... We use the flight time to kind of... Okay. Contra 3 stuff. So we go up as high as we can, and then we just like kind of do the damage on the way down. I gotta not glide though, because that ruins it. Kind of an interesting idea. Rocket the groin would do some damage. Yeah, we just plow the fucking rocket right into its groin, and it's just like he just falls to the ground. Oh shit, it's over here. I didn't even see it. just, yeah. What? I saw it explode for some reason. What? Am I not seeing these? What is going on? Okay. It's not picking it up. Oh, there we go. It was weird. Yeah, crotch rocket, but this is ridiculous. Ridiculous, yes. Oh, gotta watch myself. Because I think we could actually just stay, like, elevated on him, but it's just like... Oh, is that it? Second form. Second form. Okay, just a big eyeball. That's fair. He's gonna like home in on me or something. Is he building a stage? What's he doing? Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, this time he's chasing us. Okay. Oh, not with that attitude. We jumped off the rocket? Oh shit. We broke his window. And now the light was really bright on his eyes. I too have looked into the sun when it was really bright. That does hurt. I don't know if I turned to dust, but it still wasn't pleasant. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess I don't feel so good. I guess it's something. I got the sick crown, Demon King's crown. Maybe one of the blue robes will know what to make of it. This changes nothing, ninja. The spell on the music box is still going strong. The curse will endure. Your world will fall. Yeah, I mean, I know that much. I was just like... I'm just surprised. I wasn't expecting to run into him here. Okay. Oh my god, look at that. There's a tall room. Okay, well, we got an achievement for that, I guess. Please don't just drop me into an empty room. Okay, good. Okay, I know where this is. Okay, well, I mean, I don't really want to be here, but I need to get to the next warp point, so it's probably closer to go back the other way, actually. Yeah, okay, well, we beat a boss, so I feel good about that. I feel accomplished, right? And that's the main thing, is that I feel like I've done something. I made a dent. I collected a bunch of coins, we made a dent, and we did play for 2 hours, so that's still a good sitting. I'm still, like, I'm curious, like, at this point, it's like the mystery of where is all this going, right? I want to get the power seals, and it's just like, is it just a joke? What is the deal with these? I want to know more. So I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and one of the achievements is to beat the game without dying once, and I nearly had a heart attack. Oh yeah, that's gonna be really fucking hard. Sonic Sonic the Hedgehog 1, yeah. Did I say Adventures? I don't know if I said Adventures or not. Okay, we know that we had the dragon to deal with, and we know that we have at least one green coin, I guess, in the, whatever the place was. Yeah, that's 1cc achievements. Don't get me wrong, like 1cc's are really cool, but it's also just like, actually that's even asking for more than a 1cc, because it's not just like a 1 life clear. Like cool, but I think they make bad achievements. Okay, we're gonna get up to this next door here. This is my 3rd time going through this one little section. There we go. 1cc. 1 credit clear. It's typically a term used a lot with FPS, shoot 'em up players, because typically, like, or like beat 'em up players, because typically those games are built for arcade, and the notion of like clearing a game in a single clear was always like kind of held at high regard, right? It's kind of your mastery of the game. Oh, whoa, almost got me. Ooh. Yeah. It's funny because when I play this game though, and I think about like if I compare it to like Axum Verge or something, which was of course just a couple months ago that I played it, January. I really fucking like Axum Verge, and like there's some pretty dense rooms in it too, but it still feels somehow like less dense than this game. Okay, we're gonna call it right here. I am gonna get that coin, but probably not right now. We're gonna go back to the title screen, and I think that's probably good sitting in the messenger. That leaves us with just a few coins left. We don't actually, you know what, I'm gonna go back into my file just for a split second. I mean, it looks like we're just missing 1 item in the 2 music notes, and then 4 coins, so we're getting down there now. So there's not too much left from the looks of it. But yeah, how's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? Had good chat going on. It was fun. This is why you don't look at the sun. When you're a giant eye, you get damaged much faster. Yeah, see, exactly. Like, gotta make sure you don't look directly into the sun when you're a giant eyeball. Alright, so we're gonna rotate for the messenger too. Scourgebringer. Remember when I finished all the Vidmaster challenges for Halo 3? I was fed up at that point. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Sometimes you gotta pace yourself with these sort of challenges. Could be worse. 1 life, all emeralds, no rings, blindfolded, just using your thoughts. Oh, it can always be made worse. There's never a question of that. Like, Vidmasters at the lasso thing. Yeah, I know nothing about Halo, so I unfortunately don't have a whole lot of input on that, but that specifically. But yeah, sometimes when it comes to like doing like those extra hard challenges in games, you really got to pace yourself, because it's very easy sometimes to get sick of said challenge. There we go. Anyways, so how's everybody doing? trying to kill me. Yeah, like one life clears. That's asking a lot, especially for a whole game. Like there's a lot of perfect play. Could be worse. It could always be worse. It could be thumbtacks on all the buttons on your controller. Like, yes, we can always make it worse. I'm really hungry tonight. How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? I'm glad none of those cats just like bounced off the thing and landed in my mouth. That would have been unfortunate. Playing Monster Train, getcha. Using the force to guide your character, yes. Currently petting kitty kittens. Kitty kittens. Oh, adorable. Ate a chicken sandwich. Oh, fuck. I would kill for a chicken sandwich right now. Good. I might have learned something cool tonight for the model stuff. Oh, what'd you learn? What'd you learn? My kitties start to feel less sword hurty. So he's back to being an annoying jerk face, but I love him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cats can be like that, where it's just like, you're a jerk, but like, I can't not love you. How's your tooth? And your toilet? Yes. I'm curious about the model stuff. As far as the tooth stuff goes, I know we talked a very small amount about it last night, White, but like we'll get things shaken out. We'll figure this out. But yeah, I think we gotta get you like into a dentist. So get you into a dentist to see what's what. Speaking of which, last of the month I might. So here's the thing. I've been given more dental advice. What do y'all think of this? So I had my double root canal, and they put another like gel plug in to plug it up until basically they can put in the crown. I've been told now that it's like, oh yeah, don't bother with the crown, you don't need that. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, oh yeah, you don't need the crown, just leave the gel plug in. And like, when that falls out, get a new one. It's way cheaper. I'm like, Because apparently the crowns are very expensive, so it's like, oh. They didn't tell me the crown was expensive. My tooth is just kind of sore. Yeah, less money. I can't check any of this until Monday. The gel plug feels like a very temporary option though. I mean, they had me use one for like 4 months, so I assumed that like it's at least like kind of decent what it does, but yeah. I'll have to think on that. Fang Fund 2.0. I mean, if we're doing another Fang Fund, it might be for White this time. This sounds like very bad advice, kind of, but crowns are very expensive. Yeah, I have no idea. They last usually around 6 months. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to see what's what. I'm probably gonna call, I guess, maybe Monday, or I guess later today, maybe, and see what's what, because in the quote price, they didn't list the crown as being anything, so I assumed it was included into the price of the root canal itself. I'm going to have a wild and difficult time if I'm able to get bottom surgery sometime this year. Gotcha. From what I've heard, most of the time, like most of the girls I know that have had bottom surgery, it's like there's definitely like a big recovery time, and there's a lot of what's the word? I forget the word, but in more sense, like just it's less like that hindering and more just like the taxingness of dilating. That's the word I'm looking for. That seems to be like the bigger annoyance of it, but I have no experience on this front, and yeah, Fang Fun 2.0 is related to White. Oh, for sure. When can we get some new stream stretch goals? I don't know what to put stretch goals for. I put a few up there, and then I felt really bad, so I took them down because it felt very like, I don't know. I don't know what to stretch goal for at this point, but I'm gonna have to think on that. New computer. I mean, I mostly have the money saved up for the new computer, so it feels like kind of a weird thing to put a stretch goal for when I have most of the money for it. So I don't know if that's really a good one to put a goal for. I mean, I know every time the computer comes up, everybody's like, nicer computer. I'm like, oh, nicer computer, huh? I'm like, huh. What's something you would like? Because we all care about you. I don't know. Oh, those stretch goals, yeah. So I don't know. So we'll feel things out, and of course, like I said, we might have to get White into a dentist and see what's what there. So we might end up having Fang Fun 2.0. I was talking about community challenges. Oh, gotcha. When it comes to no community challenges, honestly, here's a big thing. Here's a big thing, and I need to like get my brain in gear for it, but it's like thinking of things that it's like the same ideas like with channel points. The community goals are just like things that people might be interested in seeing on the stream and things like that, that both fall under like, you know, that are viable and possible for me to do and things like that. Because it's community challenge, then 69k points for the lottery for one of us to get a voice chat, to go to Good Girl live on stream. I have no idea how to set up a lottery for that, but I mean, like, I could probably do that. I have a feeling that like somebody's gonna win it and they're gonna come on mic and they're just gonna be like, fuck face, and then they're gonna just like turn off the mic, and I'm gonna be like, I didn't see that one coming. Hey Code, when you first started streaming, did you do cam or just capture the screen mic? When I first started streaming forever ago, back in the ancient times, I just did gameplay and mic. So my 2 cents as a streamer, is that you gotta have something more than that most of the time, unless you're already really established. So like you either have to kind of have like, I don't know, like gameplay and mic can work, but can work, but I do think that it's a much harder push because people like to see your face or see a face. My face is so pretty. There. Look at me. Look. Yeah. No, but like definitely like some level of interaction, like kind of above that. But I mean, the thing is, it depends what you're wanting to get out of like streaming, right? Because if you're like looking to go places with it, you really got to have like, you either got to be doing webcam or have like a VTuber model or something, I think, at this point for it to like carry gameplay, unless of course you're like doing something like tournaments or running like fighting game streams or things like that, where generally the start of the show is going to be whatever game's being played. So, you know, the commentary and everything else is a little bit more to the side, a little bit more adjacent. But yeah, so when I first started, I just did game capture and mic. I did that for about the first 5 years of streaming, and then I did 1 year of webcam. I did 1 year of webcam, which was just like webcam every day, and don't get me wrong, like, I enjoyed my time on webcam. This was basically right after I started my HRT, because before my HRT it was impossible to be on webcam because I would just get dysphoria. It was too strong for me. Once I started HRT, my dysphoria like evaporated, which was wonderful, and I was able to do webcam. So I was doing webcam fairly often. It went well, but I do think, like, for me personally, it just, like, this is a far better, like, option for me. I just, how to put it, heck, dysphoria, I know, right? I'm in a weird spot. This has come up a few times lately, just the fact that it's like, you know, I'm kind of in a spot with my transition. I mean, I've just had my 2nd anniversary, and it's kind of like I'd like to be out there, and there's moments where I'm like, I kind of wish I could be on webcam, wear something cute, and, you know, do that sort of thing. But it's also like, I'm a VTuber now, so, you know, I had to discard my body and turn it into polygons. So it's like, well, I guess it was a good ride for that. The webcam was a good ride while I had it. Although I have to admit, like, looking back at it, I've been routinely going through and purging all my webcam footage at this point, which means it's kind of a shame because I'm losing out a year worth of streams, but I think it has to go at this point, unfortunately. To dysphoria blows. I hate dealing with it myself. Yeah. And the thing also with doing webcam all the time, this is something a lot of people don't think of, but you know, when you are a you know, a lady streamer, it's a lot more expensive. You aren't just like rolling out of bed, like scratching your scruff, pouring some spoiled milk on yourself, and then starting the stream. Like there's like you can't get away with that. That doesn't work. You have to like push some like you have to. There's like I had to make a budget. I had to make a budget for the stream because I was streaming every day, so I routinely would do my makeup and do the stream. And it was like, these are things that add up to be expenses over time, especially makeup, because makeup is not cheap. And it's one of those things that like VTubing like cuts down that immensely. So like not to like, of course, you know, you know what I'm saying, basically, that like, how to put it, I mean, it's not like vital, but it is definitely, as a trans girl streamer especially, like it's a little bit more like, if you don't do anything, you get chewed. You get chewed a bit. So if you're pouring spoiled milk on yourself, that can be the stream, but it's for a different site. True. Like, yeah. And I'm not saying that like, you know, men get away with that. Just that, you know, working from home has caused similar savings in terms of presentation costs. Yeah. And I know a lot of it's COVID, and I'm like, I haven't felt like pretty for a while. So like I'm fine, but I just don't feel like I've put any work in, and I'm just like, I need to try to get into makeup. Oh my gosh, like it's like makeup can be really fun, but as somebody that's also been very like low income, it's a very scary thing because you're spending something on a finite resource, and if you fuck up, like there's a feeling of I've spent something to fuck up. So I do get like low-key anxiety sometimes with makeup, but like it's something that, like, you know, yeah, I remember helping a friend do live streams, being on camera and getting transphobic before because I started actively transitioning. Gotcha. Twitch is a shitty place sometimes. Yeah, it can be. So but I think for me, like I'm all about like being polygons now at this point. Oh, thank you, Charles. Hey, how you doing? But being an active like trans girl streamer on webcam is like the bar is placed higher for us than it is other people, I find, typically. So many things really need to make some more trans girl IRL friends. Well, I think after quarantine, we can make that happen. So many things I don't know at all and would love to get help and learn. Getcha. Well, I can't teach you because when it comes to makeup, I basically just roll across the ground, and whatever mud and dust sticks to me, that's what I'm rolling with. So I'm not very good at makeup. It takes practice, but I mean, also my first year I was doing it a lot, and then like second year I was COVID, so it's like, oh, I guess I maybe don't have to be quite as active on this. And then I ran out, and then I was like, I don't really want to go. I don't want to like go to the store just for makeup. So yeah, just the price of facial cream alone. Yeah, makeup's expensive. Sounds good already. Best makeup tutorial. Yeah. I mean, I can probably maybe teach a few small things. I've learned a few small tips and tricks from friends, but yeah, I still have a lot to learn. And, you know, hopefully after COVID things, I'll be a little bit more active on the front, and then I'll be a little bit more comfortable, like, posting pictures and things. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, as a VTuber, you're kind of in this weird position where it's like, you don't really want to be posting a lot of IRL stuff because it's a little bit taboo in the VTuber community. And then it's like when what's his face was in here and they were like, hey, do you have any like IRL stuff? I'm like, yeah, you can just like look up the clips. And then they came back and they're like, oh my god, you're deformed. And I'm like, that was not the response I was expecting. So it's like, well, I guess I can just discard this meat body. That's fine. I know, right? And the thing that baffles me about it was they were like, the previous 2 weeks they've been a regular on the stream. They were like telling me how much they love the stream. Yeah, someone actually said that. They came back and they're like, oh my god, like you're really deformed. And I'm like, wow, damn, that was rough. Yeah, that was fucked up. Honestly, makeup is dangerous to get a little too involved in though. Like the idea that you can't look your best self without external products. You do climatize to it for sure. Like I know right at the beginning of quarantine, I stopped using as much makeup, so I was like, oh god, I look so like dry without it. You cute as hell. They're blind. Oh well, thank you, Naomi. Thank you. Did they stick around? No, I fucking banned their ass. I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna drop the axe. Like, jeez, like, what the hell were they expecting? Like, jeez, like, mind the vibe, and minding the vibe is don't piss me off. So, from seeing, oh well, thank you, Floppable. But yeah, there's like part of me that wants to like take more photos, post more photos, and be more out there and stuff like that, because it's like I feel it's the best I've felt about my body in like, you know, my entire life pretty much. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, VTuber career, so I guess, you know, that's how it be. So, you know, someday maybe I'll open up a private account or something like that and post some things. So, I don't know, it might scratch that itch a little bit. Yeah, Foundation's probably the worst for that. Foundation's really, like, really tricky, because there's a lot of elements, like matching your skin tone and also knowing, like, how to apply it, so... Yeah, I still, yeah, most of my makeup experiences are just with my eyes, because I tend to focus more on those. I still need to learn so many things outside of makeup. Still wear pre-transition clothes. I do too. And I mean, I've been out as trans for like 12 years, and I still have like I mean, like, I didn't start my transition until 2 years ago, but like a large portion of my clothes is still pre-transition, mostly because like my first year I was like, I don't know how much is gonna happen here, so I should be conscious of if I'm gonna buy clothes, if I might like outgrow them potentially, if you know what I mean. And this was only like sparked by the fact that like when I first started my transition, the first month I got boobs, and it was like, oh, these are faster than I expected. So I was worried that like I had potential that things might go really wild, so they didn't, but I didn't do any clothes shopping basically. Yeah, I got some handy downs, or handy ups I guess in this instance. I got some nice handy ups. Actually, I did get handy downs too. So I do have some nice like girl clothes, and I have a couple nice things I bought myself, but yeah, I still have a lot of like pre-transition stuff. I learned to not refer to VTuber models as things that I shan't repeat here. Yeah, that's literally me right now. Yeah, hand tracking. Hey Garu, having someone do your makeup professionally is heavenly, especially when stoned. Oh, hot damn. Jeez, I imagine, like, I mean, I've never been stoned, but it's one of those things that's just like, it would just be like, dang, I was expecting to accomplish nothing, and look at how much I've done. I've just like soaked that all in. I just like, yes. Though, I'm starting to get boobs. Gotcha. Yep, that sounds about right. Same, I got boobs quick, but I haven't got anything else. Like, my transition, like, the thing is I'll stress, like, I'm definitely like the oddity. Like, literally my doctors, they literally, like, when they look at my stuff and look at everything, they're literally like, okay, you're like the weird outlier. Like, because originally when they put me on Cypro, they were like, you're gonna be the first one testing this, and they quickly discovered that it's like, oh, you're weird. So because it's very effective on me. But yeah, so like I gained about 12 pounds in 2 weeks. Almost all that went to my thighs and my butt, and I guess I also got boobs out of it. I mean, they're not hands, they're not big boobs, but I mean, they're like boobs, so I mean, it counts, I guess. So all my growth was literally within the first month, and then it completely just dipped off after after like I'd say 2 months. That was probably about it, and then I just like everything's been pretty much the same since then. Fat distribution takes longer. Yeah, it typically does. Yeah. Typically, like the thing is your first year you shouldn't really expect a lot for changes. You'll get some. If you're on Cypro, you might notice a little bit more just because it does have the built-in proestrone. I'm saying it weird. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. It does have a built-in that, so that tends to give you a little bit more of a boost. Yeah. But otherwise, most changes you can expect are usually in year like 2 to 4, from what I've been told. So, yeah. How do you handle with getting clothes and all? Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate that I had a lot of handy ups and handy downs. But like for most of my stuff, I've bought a lot online. I do a lot of shopping online because of I have a very particular, like, I kind of, I guess, I don't know what you call it, like a very like kind of like punk casual style, I guess, and it means I really like pleated skirts, and those are really hard to find in stores, so I tend to buy a lot of those online. So yeah. How do you handle yeah, I won't deny I'm only 1 year on HRT, so still baby. Yeah, exactly. So like hang in there. I want to see where the beautification is the stone one. Oh my god, rabbit. Oh my god, yes. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. Having my makeup done professionally would be kind of cool. I'm kind of interested in that notion. Yeah, I'm thinking of going, yeah, punk goth route. Yeah, that's fair. I think every girl kind of has that moment where they're like, I gotta definitely try some. I gotta have some gothic energy going on. But yeah, yeah, I've always kind of had like. I've always been told that it's like a punk casual vibe because it's definitely not like full on, but it's like kind of semi there. Punkish lesbian is for sure my final form. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. You definitely have some like goth vibes going on though. Floppable. I can definitely see you like pulling that off really well too. But yeah. Yeah, it's funny how things work and how things change. I mean, I never thought I'd be like be able to wear a pair of jeans and feel comfortable. Now I can wear jeans and it's like, damn. I didn't even like jeans. I don't fucking like these, but they actually look good now. So it's an interesting thing. Currently wearing a pink glow in the dark hoodie. Oh, that's sick. Oh my god. Oh, very good. Is it like based around anything, or is it just you just have a pink glow in the dark hoodie? Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I figure we can probably get back into a game here and keep the chat rolling. But yeah, so it's one of those things that presentation takes time. I guess is like, the point that I guess we're leading into. It takes time, and with COVID and everything, it's completely understandable that it's going to take a lot longer.